Hey guys, this is DK Gaming here, and today I am back with another scripting tutorial. And today I'm going to be teaching you about how to make basically a kill block. So you've probably seen this in Obbies where they have this part. It's probably neon red most of the time. Kind of looks something like this. I don't know, something like that. But basically, when you touch this, it's basically makes you die. So I'm going to be trying to teach you on just how to make this in general. So yeah, let's just get into it. So the first thing we need is, of course, a part, because, well, this is what the player's going to be stepping on, and that's what it's going to be. And this is the block that's going to kill them. Like, there's no fancy script where, it has to be like, oh, on the outside, oh, like, oh, this this player has gone into this position, and that means we have to, yeah, that means we have to kill him, basically. No, it's not going to be that complex. We're going to be using the :touched function, as well as seeing what's inside a player when we play a game. So we're going to be covering a little bit of that too. So yeah, before actually we don't really need anything. So yeah, let's just get straight into it. So the first thing we're going to add is a script, not a local script, because we don't want the player to die. We only want we want everyone to, well, see that someone has died, um, not just like, oh my gosh, like, why did you teleport? Oh, he's hacking. No, no, none of that. We're going to be using a real script so that, first of all, the script actually works, and second of all, it applies to everyone. So the first thing we're going to use is the :touched function. Now, the way we're going to do this is we have to reference the part, and then inside the part, if you can go into the object browser, if you go down all the way to part, and then you see these electric bolts, you can see that there is a touched. This is an event, as I believe I have covered before, but basically, it is an event that will basically run when the part is touched, as I will show. So there are two ways we can reference this part right over here. This part. The first way is actually going from the game, so game.workspace.part. Now, I actually wouldn't recommend this because you may have a lot of these red, killer blocks, and you probably you won't have enough time, or you're just too lazy in general to name all of them differently, and of course that'll be a lot of work. So I wouldn't recommend this. Instead, I would actually say write script.parent, because you're referencing the script here and then you're referencing its parent. In this case, this script's parent is part. So, the little shortcut there. Next, we're going to add dot touched. Of course, this is saying, oh, now we're talking about this part being touched, pretty much. After that, you're going to put :connect function, little bracket, and a close bracket, stuff like that. And then, press enter, and you pretty much get this setup. So let me quickly run through what this even does in general. Of course, first we're referencing the part, so script.parent, this thing right over here. And then we're doing .touched. Now, the computer knows, oh, we're talking about this part being touched. Then we're doing :connect function. This is just basically saying, oh, this is what's going to happen when when this part is touched. So whatever is inside these two, so script.parent.touch :connect function and end bracket, whatever is inside here, in this case line 2 right now, this is what's going to run when the part is touched. Now, before we actually get any further, I need to show you how to actually well, kill a player. Oh man, that sounds so wrong. But when you play the game, you can kind of roam around, do whatever you want. But if you open up Explorer and you go into Workspace, you can see that there's Dynamic Steel Kit in here. in this case, this is actually my player name. So if you actually go inside a player, you could see all of this stuff. And this is pretty much everything that makes this player work. As you can see, there's my accessories. I also have, my parts. But then there's also humanoid over here. And this is the thing that we're going to change to kill this player. And inside humanoid, you can see that there's something called health right here. Now, this is what we are going to change in the script. Now, if I put my health to 0, you can see that I have died. And that is because, well, the player automatically dies whenever their health value is set to 0. Now, let's say I actually set it to 1. You can see that, well, I took a lot of damage and now I'm at 1 health. But if I, go back to 100, boom, I'm pretty much full, maybe 78, health goes down just a little bit. So this is actually what controls your health bar and such. So that's what we're going to change in here. So we're going to say script.parent.touch connect function, blah, blah, blah. And then, now, we don't really know what it's touching. And we need to find out what it is touching in this case. Now, if we go back into this into play, pretty much, we will most likely be get it touched by these parts right down here. Another case, your right lower leg, left foot, stuff like that. But we could possibly get hit with any of these other objects. And there's actually a way to kill the player no matter what. Now, out of all of these parts, there's one thing, so these are all the possible parts that can touch this red block right here. And you see, all of these things have one thing in common, and that is that their parent is Dynamic Steel Kid. This is pretty much our key to making this block work. You see, when this block is touched by something, you can create a variable right here that makes a variable on what it hit. So I'm just gonna say hit right here. So this variable right here is once this part is touched, this variable right here, this is going to become whatever whatever part this block was touched by. So let's say my left foot touched this block. Hit would now become left foot. So in this case, we could just say hit.parent.humanoid.health equals 0. I'm going to quickly run through why this works. Now, first of all, you need to get this in your head that the first part that it touches, okay? So let's say this time it was the right foot. This is going to be set to right foot, okay? Whatever this block touches, hit is that thing it got touched by. So now it's right foot. Now we're going to reference right foot's parent. In this case, right foot's parent is the player. Next, we know that humanoid is also in the player, so we're going to reference humanoid. So we're kind of going back and forth. So we're like referencing script, going into part, and then we're kind of referencing it back. So that's pretty much what we're doing here. And then we're referencing health inside the humanoid. So that we're basically referencing a property right here. And then we're setting that property to 0. Let me show you. You'll get a better explanation of this if I just show you. Ooh, whoopsies. Now, I forgot to anchor this really quick. Remember to anchor all of your blocks. Or only if you want to. I will show you a way to make this work without any errors, but we will get into that in a little bit. But if you see, if I touch it, boom, I'm pretty much dead. Of course, there are some errors here. We will fix that in a quick second. But what is happening is that when I touched it, okay? When I touched it, let's say my right foot touched it, okay? This, sorry, my right foot. This highlighted block right here. Once that touches it, inside the script, it says hit, okay? So hit is now right foot. Next, we're referencing the parent. In this case, Dynamic Sukid, or me. Then after that, we're referencing the humanoid. This bad boy right here. Then finally, we're referencing its health. And inside humanoid, there's health right here. Finally, we're setting it to 0. So, well, setting health to 0. And basically that just makes the player die. So, if you want me to summarize it, basically this thing right here is basically saying, oh, it got touched. We're finding out what touched it, and it's gonna set that player who touched its health to 0. Now, you're probably wondering how we're going to fix these. But here's the thing. It says humanoid is not a valid member of accessory. And this is because the accessories in my player are, well, their parents aren't the actual player itself. And there is actually a way to fix this, and we're going to use the :find first child function. Yes, I know this is really complicated. I promise I will explain this in a bit. But we're going to say if hit.parent hit.parent : find first child humanoid, then. Alright, let's quickly show you what in the world this is. Let me just clear this up a bit. So this is basically saying, oh, if the part's parent, does it have something inside it that's named humanoid? This will fix every single error, even if this isn't anchored. The reason why is that whenever that red part touches something, so whenever this touches something, okay, let's say it touches some random parts in your obby or in your game. You see, unless there's something inside that's name is humanoid, that part, like that script won't run anymore because it can't find a child that's name is humanoid. So that command's basically done. But you see, this right foot, I'm going to use the right foot example again. This right foot, its parent does have a child named humanoid right here. So it's basically saying, oh, okay, so we found a humanoid. So this is basically saying, double check if there's a humanoid inside the parent, pretty much, of the thing that got hit. So let's put another part in here, and this part is going to just not be anchored, so it will be touched by this part. You see, if we run the game and it goes down, that touch command is running right now. But the thing is that inside part right here, there's nothing inside, and there's nothing named humanoid inside. Even if I put something like, a decal in here, it's still not going to run because there's nothing inside parts that's name is humanoid. So none of this script runs. But if I put a player in there, then it will run because that hit's parent has a child named humanoid. I know it's a lot of vocabulary, but it's basically saying whatever it's hit, that thing's parent is going to check if something inside hit's parent is a humanoid or has a name that's humanoid. I cannot stress this enough. You need to understand this if you want this to work. Now, this is pretty much really all I have for this video. If you want me to make a video just to clarify on anything, yeah, just let me know. Other than that, I hope this helps you in some way. Have an amazing day, and I guess I'll see you in the next video. Bye!